tonight in Brooklyn, along with Missy Elliot. That's up Bridget Linton's alley.
You know
and
it.
Willie Nelson and Sheryl Crow and Kate Bush. George Michael will be posthumously inducted. Rage Against the Machine and the Spinners.
Another great one.
The Spinners?
See, my mom you're talking about your mom and her taste of music.
Yeah.
My mom was strictly Motown.
Yeah, that's all good stuff, man.
Whenever we be driving around, since I was a baby up until I learned how to drive myself, we were always listening to Motown.
Yeah.
And Spinners are one of her favorites.
And that was a Detroit band, not just on the Motown label. Like they were, Were they Rubber Band Man? Was that like their big? The Spinners did Rubber Band Man, I think. I think that was the big hit for them. Games People Play and Rubber Band Man. Anyway, they're getting in tonight. It is going to be on...
That was the Spinners.
Rubber Band Man.
Yeah.
Shaka Khan's getting in. Bernie Taupin is getting in. He's... Bernie Taupin died? He's Elton John's longtime songwriter. Don Cornelius, he was the creator of Soul Train. He has passed away as well. But it is going on tonight. There are still tickets available. If you wanted to go to Brooklyn tonight, they're still on Ticketmaster. They start at $95. That's probably for the nosebleeds. You ever gone? Have you ever gone in years past when it's in Cleveland? You ever gone to the Rock Hall inductions?
No.
It's fun, boy.
It's
a good time.
I wish I went to the year, I think it was just last year when Eminem was inducted.
That one was in LA.
2021.
That was 2 years ago?
Yeah.
No, but didn't he come here to induct somebody else?
He was here for LL Cool J.
Yes. When I saw him make that surprise appearance,
Yeah, that
I
was cool.
so sad that I wasn't there.
Yeah, we were there.
See? You guys are much more big time.
Loudville.
No, we had good seats. They used to have it at Public Hall, and then they moved it to...
Where were you sitting? I was in Loudville.
The Romo Fijo. Who's that?
Where were you sitting?
I thought we were in the same row.
Were we? That was Loudville, though. That was like the upper decks.
No, I was like in a couple rows off the floor.
Oh, no, I was in Loudville.
I used to be at a table on the floor.
Yeah.
When it was at Public Hall. I'd be at the... iHeart used to have a table.
No, it was me and Jason Carr and his wife and my date, and we were...
Oh, no, I was down.
Like, we were in like the 200s. Like, we were in the... Like, there were still good seats for, me. I was happy to be there, but it was definitely Loudville.
No, I was a couple of rows off the floor.
See, you guys need to connect me to your connects.
Yeah.
And I'll do the same so I can get those invites.
I was going to have you be
guys
my
can get
Connect
some...
manager, because I like one thing that I should be better at that I'm terrible at is networking, because I just don't want to. Like, I hate it.
And see, I think I learned that. That's I'll never regret doing sales.
Yeah.
Because that gave me...
I know how to do it.
Right.
I don't want to do it.
But it became such a part of my life that even now, if I'm in social settings, I find myself networking.
Yeah.
But I mean,
there's no downside to it.
Right.
It's just kind of an extra step.
Right.
But there's no downside to it.
Agree.
So it happens tonight. You can watch it on Disney Plus. They're going to be streaming it live tonight, and they will air a highlight special on ABC on New Year's Day. But Olivia Rodrigo is going to perform with Sheryl Crow, and that's kind of half the fun of these is in addition to the acts getting inducted, like who's going to induct them, who's going to come and play with them, and then I think it comes back to Cleveland next year.
Yeah, seeing Taylor Swift do Carole King live was pretty cool. Like I'm not a big Taylor Swift fan, but watching her do that tribute to Carole King, I was like, oh, this is actually pretty cool. And then Drew Barrymore doing the Go-Go's induction, that was very cool. Chappelle just doing Jay-Z and then just hanging out, sitting on the stage watching the Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
Like, that was great. It was a very cool event.
That was the closest I had ever been to Taylor Swift.
That's pretty close.
And she was on the stage, and I was halfway down into the venue.
That's much closer than
closest
most people,
I've ever been. I know.
Most people will get. Now, does every single inductee perform?
No.
Okay.
Because Jay-Z didn't perform.
Some of them opt not to. They used to, the fun part used to be they'd have like the all-star jam at the end. And that kind of went away because some bands would like split before it even ended. Bon Jovi, when they got in, one of the years it was in Cleveland because it's when Howard Stern came in to induct Bon Jovi. And Bon Jovi was like, we want to go first because we're not going to play and we want to get drunk and watch the show. So,
and just goof around.
Yes.
What was that you said last week about Taylor Swift? Her fans are Taylor Swift is music for fat ugly girls.
No. Bill, you said that. See, Bill is going to start all these rumors about me.
I know. You're going to, yeah. All those followers you're getting, they might not have the best of intentions.
Yes.
Yeah.
It would have to be great.
13-year-old girls screaming at you.
I know. I haven't gotten them yet, knock on wood.
Right.
But I know they're coming.
I think with our listeners, they would embrace that point of view.
Okay.
Yes,
but
great.
not a Swiftie, guys. Not a Swiftie.
Once the ripples go
because
outward.
it's for fat, ugly girls.
No. So not true. How did you know that I loved Missy Elliott?
Because you said you like all that kind of 90s hip-hop R&B kind of stuff,
Okay.
right? Yeah.
Did I tell you my story about Missy Elliott, though?
I don't think so.
Do we have time for story?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so this is...
Did you flip it down and reverse it with somebody? Is that what it...
Kind of.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, so this is my fun fact for sure. When people say, like, do you have one? Like, this by far might be one of the coolest moments of my life. So I am at this old school rap concert in Youngstown, Ohio.
Yep.
They're bringing back Trina. You guys remember her, the rapper Trina?
Vaguely. Yeah. Poundcake will probably know most of these.
Yeah, I know Trina.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's a good one. So Trina is performing, and I have a media pass, and she gets off, and she, like, complimented my shoes. I was wearing my leopard cool kicks. And so
you're, like, in the mix. Are you off stage?
Yes, I'm like backstage.
Yeah.
So I ask for an interview, and she says, of course. So her manager is there, and he had already followed me on Instagram. So the reason why I got to this concert was because I had met her manager, and he was like, hey, we're going to be in Youngstown. I know it's close to Cleveland. If you want to come and do an interview with Trina, this would be the time to do it. So he had already followed me on Instagram and all that. So we do the fun, quick interview with Trina. She was lovely. And then he says, yeah, she does this crazy type of dance. And I'm looking at him like, what? And Trina was like, what do you mean? And I'm like, yeah, what do you mean? He's like, I don't know. I see it on your Instagram. You're like
Irish dancing,
moving your legs 100 miles an hour. I'm like, oh, Irish dancing. Trina had never heard of Irish dancing. She's never seen it. She's like, well, can you show me what it is? So I'm pulling it up on my phone. And she's like, well, no, I want to see you do it. What am I supposed to say? No to Trina?
Right.
And I'm like in a black dress and tennis shoes.
You're getting ready to blow her mind.
I'm like, well, let's do it.
Yeah.
So I danced for Trina in my tennis shoes. She is dying laughing the whole time. I don't know if she was impressed or she was confused, probably a little bit of both, but she's just cracking up. And she's like, you have to do that again for me. And then she's like, whoa, wait. So she goes into her dressing room. I hear her on FaceTime with somebody. I don't know. She comes back out and she's like, no, Missy, watch this. And my heart like dropped to my stomach. And I'm like, is this like the Missy? And the manager is behind Trina nodding his head. It's like, that's Missy Elliott on her phone. I almost wanted to faint, but no, of course I had to impress her.
Showtime,
Showtime. I've never danced better in my life. I could have won the world championships at this point. So I busted out.
Isn't that better than getting yelled at?
Very true. All those years of getting yelled at came to this moment. And so Missy's like, no way. And so Trina goes back into her dressing room, and they're discussing. We get off, and Trina looks at her manager like, you got to hook her up. Missy has never seen anything like it. She loves weird types of dance. You got to connect this. Still haven't heard back from them, but hey, Missy Elliott, I
Irish dance.
I Irish dance for Missy Elliott on FaceTime, and she was impressed in the moment. Not enough so to follow up about it to
She's
make a little Irish
woman.
dancing in her music video, but that's
Missy Misdemeanor Elliott. Yes, you should start calling yourself Bridget Felony Linton.
Oh yeah, I like
you
that.
know,
Okay.
that'd be your handle. Well, that's pretty cool though.
Good fun fact, yeah.
A FaceTime Irish dance.
Yeah. I think that's the only time I've ever FaceTimed Irish dance, too. It's going to be with anyone. I'm glad it was Missy Elliott.
So how does that situation wrap itself up? You're done dancing, and it's like, oh, that was crazy. Bye.
Well, so at this point, Trina has like earphones in, and so those two keep talking. She's like, I know, crazy, right? And then goes back into her dressing room. So I'm looking at
she's
the
talking
manager,
to her, and they walk
and I'm
away.
like, what? And he was like, that was actually pretty amazing that Trina called her. I'm like, well, you think? I know.
Yeah.
So then when Trina comes out, she was like, yeah, you got to connect them. Like, connect this. Not
Yeah.
connect me. And basically, manager, you're the manager.
Yeah.
You do this.
Right.
Followed up with them a couple times. Just,
Hey,
couldn't
I'm
go
the
anywhere
Irish
else.
dancing lady, and
Remember me?
but I'll tell you what though, that's such a singular situation. It's not like they're seeing people do that all the time, and they're going to go, wait, which one were you?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll remember.
Even if you DM Missy Elliott, you're going to go, hey, I was the Irish dancing girl in Youngstown, Ohio, or whatever you want to say.
True.
She's going to remember. Because this
I don't
was
know if
how
she
long
checks her
ago?
DMs. I mean, it would be like 2 years ago now.
Right. Not 10 or 15
True.
years. Yeah.
Yeah.
You go, hey, you know.
See, this is where I say I'm a good networker and follow up and See, I should have really followed up with this one.
Well, it sounds like you did, but that's also such a spontaneous thing that you didn't expect or prepare for. I mean, you were prepared with the dancing, but I mean, you didn't know you were going to do that.
Well, no.
You really got to.
Going to a rap concert in Youngstown. If someone would have said, well, be prepared, you're about to Irish dance too.
That situation, if you'll allow me, you really got to be on your toes for a situation like that. Did Trina have a baby with Lil Wayne? Somebody said. Oh, she did, but she got pregnant. Unfortunately, miscarried.
But imagine if she took you on tour. Like maybe she
my life would be amazing.
You're Irish dancing behind her, just stalking the stage, rapping.
Missy Elliot,
and doing
she does
stuff.
have unique music videos where she'll bring in unique types of dance or circus acts or anything like
They're
that.
over the top, yeah.
So for the fact that she's never seen Irish dance, number one is shocking, but the fact that she hasn't had that in one of her music videos, if she picks someone else, I'm going to be mad.
Right.
Like, listen, lady, I am the one that introduced you to Irish dance.
I'm your jigger.
Shit. Missy Elliott looks good, man. She's like 53 years old. She looks good.
She can still break it down.
Yeah, man.
Well deserved getting inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But nevertheless, she's going to be there, up there tonight.
I wish it was in Cleveland because that would really make sense for me to follow up. Like, hey, remember me? Tall lady on FaceTime.
Tall lady, Irish dancing. It's not ringing a bell. See a lot of that, do you?
Weird. Do you want me to show you
a lot of tall brunettes Irish dancing for you?
Let me refresh your memory.
Yeah. Let me blow your mind. I know that you are busy, and I know you're getting inducted, but you must remember me.
I've had some strange celebrity interactions.
You sniffed Rob Zombie, didn't you?
I didn't sniff him.
No, he just embarrassed himself.
I froze up. Like, I was starstruck, and I was like, "Oh, I love your movie." And I was like, "Wait, Devil's Rejects." I almost said Devil Wears
Prada.
And he was like, "Weren't you? You were too young to be watching that movie." I was like, "Well, it's my mom's fault." Like, I just gave him like a long, drawn out story when I just could have just been like, "Big fan, dude. Great."
That's how I get too. If I get starstruck, I talk a lot. And I talk a lot in general, but in your mind, when you're like, play it cool, can't help myself.
I embarrassed myself in front of Brendan Urie. I embarrassed myself in front of...
This is all in like one day, too.
No.
It was a big 24 hours for him.
I would say Brendan Urie was a fail. And then Marilyn Manson, I have never felt so belittled. He like looked at... I made sure that he knew, like he saw me, and he just looked past me and just kept walking, and I followed him like an idiot.
Yeah, because you weren't a half-naked girl. That's the only thing that's going to catch his eye.
There was fans out there dressed like him, holding up signs, and so he was like greeting the fans. And I was the one interviewer that was out there like, "Oh, can I just get like 30 seconds, please? Just 30 seconds." He heard me. I know he heard me. He just chose to ignore me. Brendan Urie acted like he didn't even see me. So at least he gave me the satisfaction of, oh, maybe he didn't. You know, maybe I wasn't screaming loud enough, but I know both of them, they saw me and heard me.
Okay,
Poundcake, that was a big flop on my part because I should have sent you out there dressed as Marilyn Manson with like the contacts and the white paint and
get his ribs removed.
All right, Poundcake, can you give us your best celebrity story? That was definitely mine for sure.
I don't really have a best celebrity story.
Well, you said you had a lot of stories.
I met a lot of them, but it's kind of like embarrassing. Like MGK was the nicest, but honestly, I really don't consider him a celebrity because he's like around here. Like,
but he is a celebrity.
He is absolutely a celebrity.
Okay, well, I gave MGK a hug.
Oh, that's a great one.
I gave him a hug on the red carpet. I saw him like a couple years later at his album release party at Forward. And I said, "Do you remember me?" And he drunkenly said yes. So I think he remembered me.
He's being nice.
Yeah, and everyone else there, like all the groupies were like hanging out, trying to get a picture with him. And he was like, no, go away. And I was like, could I get a picture? I'm from, I think I threw out, I was like, Alan Cox Show. And he was like, yeah. So I got a picture. So I guess that would be one. I'm trying to think. I was in a Jeffree Star video.
Oh, that's a great one. How did you land that?
Didn't know.
Oh.
I was on the red carpet. I was on the red carpet for the APMAs, and he came.
You're just in the background?
No, they were filming me from the back. They're filming me from the back. I was on the red carpet for the APMAs. He came through with his boyfriend, and I have my Zoom mic interviewing him and his boyfriend. Little did I know, he had a camera guy filming me from behind. And next thing I know, someone tags me in a video. They're like, "Were you at, did you talk to Jeffree Star on the red carpet?" I said, yes. They sent me the link to the video, and you see the back of my head. So I'm sure if you go back and look at the Warped Tour video that he did, because Warped Tour was like the day after, you'll see the back of my, you'll see the kitchen on my neck.
Kitchen.
You'll see my kitchen on YouTube. And
well, based on all those Jeffree Star lawsuits, it sounds like the back of people's heads is where he was the most comfortable.
I told Nikki Glaser she was approachable hot, and that really make her happy.
Well, no.
I meant it in a very nice way.
I think the last couple times she's called the show, I don't think she said anything to Bill.
Wait, what did you say to her?
Last time we've had her on the phone. Oh, you do, really?
Yeah, but usually when if she calls, because I've set up some of those calls. Like,
yeah,
she doesn't hate me. She just was
what
really
did
in
you
her
say
head.
to her?
I said she's approachable hot, and I meant it as a very as a nice compliment, and she took it very mean. Like I was being mean.
She took it.
I don't know. I mean, let me just make sure I understand what that means. Like, you're hot, but you're not so hot that I'm not going to approach you. Like, you're just hot enough that I feel comfortable going up to you and saying something. Is that what you meant by it?
I don't think I meant that. I think what I meant.
That's probably how she took it.
Yeah. What I meant was she's hot, but she seems approachable because of her demeanor.
Like her personality, she's not
but
like.
I just said she might have taken it the way I did, and she's thinking like, okay, so you don't think I'm that hot?
Yeah. And like, so I'm not hot. It's basically what she took it as, and I meant no, like you are hot, but you are approachable. Yeah. And that's what I should have said, not approachable hot.
Yes.
Well, because conversely, do you want to be considered unapproachably hot? Because every time that happens, those women go, I don't know why nobody ever comes up to me. Everybody's so, why? But in your brain, you go, oh, that's a pretty good thing. Yeah.
And I'll always talk to the hot girl. I don't care.
Hot.
Well, that's what I'm
because
saying,
I know there are girls like that like, oh, guys won't come up to me. So, and I'm not always hitting on them, but I will say something. I'll say hi. Like, I don't have any problem just being.
You're not intimidated.
I'm not intimidated because I'm not going in going like, here we go. Gonna
taking
put the
a big
game
swing.
on. I just go there and be nice.
Yep. Be a normal person.
Yeah.
But that's the dream, right? To be unapproachably hot.
I've never thought about it that way, and I've never heard the term "you're approachable hot" or "you're unapproachable hot."
Bill Squire
but now
original.
it's given me something to think about. Yeah,
Something to think about.
Another thing you learned.
Another one.
This is more usable.
I need to start taking notes.
This you can probably use more than docking.
This has a broader appeal than docking, probably.
Yes, I would say so.
Hey, Megan.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi. I'm calling in because I just wanted to wish my dad, Gaylord Gunder, who I know loves your show and calls in all the time.
Megan is Gaylord's daughter. And his birthday, he's 69 today.
Yes, the big 69.
Nice. What is he doing? Why isn't he calling me?
Oh, I don't know what Dad is doing currently, and I don't know if he knows I'm really talking on the show. But I thought this would be a nice surprise for him.
Was Gaylord a good dad?
I would call. Yes, he was.
Okay, good. This isn't an attempt to kind of. You guys aren't estranged or anything like that, right?
No, we're not.
All right, well that's good. Yeah, he's had some trouble the past couple years, right?
Yeah, he's had a little bit of a problem and had problems with his house, but he always comes back from it, and he's a good guy. He's just retired and stays at home all the time and listens to your show every day.
See, that's what I like. I wish everybody would sit at home and listen to my show nonstop. That's what I like. Your dad is an example of my perfect listener. Sit at home, listen to me. That's all. Are those kids or pets in the background there, Megan?
I have two kids. I have a 17-year-old daughter and an 18-month-old son.
A 17-year-old daughter and an 18-month-old son?
Wow.
Yes.
Not the same daddy, though.
No.
I was going to say, you're putting that dude, if that same guy, you're putting him through the ringer, boy. Wow. Like, honey, can we wait 17 years and then have another one? He's like, yeah, sure. I don't care. Whatever. As long as this thing still works. All right. Are you going to see Gaylord today?
Probably no, not today, but this weekend.
Okay.
I live about 45 minutes away from him.
Oh, I see.
Half hour, 45 minutes.
He's in Wellington and you're in Lorain?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, tell him that we collectively wished him a happy birthday.
Oh, I will. I'll let him know.
And tell him, if you remember nothing else, remember this. Tell him, Dad, Bridget Linton is unapproachably hot.
I heard that conversation.
All right.
I will let him know.
All right. Make sure he knows that, because I got to get the word out.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Megan.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too. There's Megan. She's Gaylord's daughter, and it's his birthday today.
Well, happy birthday, Gaylord.
Whether or not that sends up a bat signal to him, I don't know. If he's listening, as I like people to do.
Well, if he starts dialing now, the way he moves, by Monday, we'll have him on the phone.
Well, boy, I wonder if I'll make it to 69. It's only, dare I say it, 17 years.
I'd hope you make it to 69.
Me too.
69's young.
Yeah.
Is it?
I think so. Maybe it's because my parents are 70 and I still hang out with them like they're my friends.
Yeah.
They seem so young to me. I forget that they're old. Sorry, parents.
You hang out with your parents like they're your friends?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
But do they feel like, because
like now, not growing up.
What you hear from older people is they go, I feel the same. And then I look in the mirror and I go, who is that? Do they feel their age?
No, not
really.
really.
Are they active people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to think I keep them young.
And how do you do that?
Well, so,
my
you teach them stuff you learned here?
Yeah. Like if they weren't
Mother,
listening
father.
next show, let me teach you about docking.
Docking. Dad, are you familiar with...
Mom, were you
Also known
unapproachably
as-
hot when you were back in your day, or were you approachable hot?
Yeah. Also known as the ET, if you take your fingers.
Yeah, I bet your mom was unapproachably hot.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
I've seen photos. She looks like Courtney Cox.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's got
Courtney
the dark
Cox
hair,
then
the
or
blue
now?
eyes. Then.
Oh, okay.
She looked like...
OG Courtney.
Yeah, OG
Friends
Courtney. My mom looked like her back in the day as well.
Yeah.
I didn't
now
get
Courtney Cox is unapproachably hot because you're like, what happened?
I know, it's so sad.
She's still pretty, but you can tell she's had work done.
Yes, for sure. No, but my siblings, my sister's 10 years older, my brother's 7 years older. I was like the
Right.
the surprise child. So my parents had me older. And so I feel like I've kept them young because they were older and they had a baby to take care of.
Right.
And then they had to do all of the travels with me and dance and do all of that. So
wow.
Now I'm making them come to the Browns game on Sundays. Like, come on, guys, fight the cold.
Be
there at 12:15.
What'd you say?
Be there at 12:15 so you can see. Who cares about the game?
In your seats. Yes.
Listen
Have your
to what I got
glasses
to
on.
say.
If you can't see, you're gonna watch me up on that scoreboard and do my whole pregame show.
That's right. Then go get a beer.
Yes.
Sit your ass in that seat when I'm on that camera.
Can you ask them to get the scoreboard, the video screen, to be the right shape?
What do you mean?
Why is it? This is like the weird triangle thing on it.
What's the shape?
Are you talking about the Cavs?
No, I'm talking about the Browns scoreboard has the one on the outside of the stadium has it, and I think the one on the inside too, where it's like a trapezoid.
It is?
Pretty
sure. I don't know. I can't see myself on there, but I thought it was just
like the only time you can look at it. You can look at
I always thought it was like a long triangle. I mean, rectangle.
Rectangle.
It's like but it's got comes to a point.
It does?
I'm pretty sure it does.
I don't think so.
It's like the shape of Tennessee. And I think that's Jimmy being like, I'm from Tennessee. It looks like Tennessee.
All right. When at rehearsal tomorrow, I'm going to really dissect the scoreboard to
confirm or deny.
To see what shape it is. Yeah.
Guys, is the word trapezoid anywhere in that invoice for the Jumbotron? It's not? Okay. Just want to check. I'm going to break here. After the break, I will have those tickets to see young Bill Squire at the Agora. He's going to be taping his new special on the 22nd of next month with Mary Santora on the bill as well. So if you want to go to that show, hook up after. And then 4:30 is going to be the next chance for you to grab $1,000. I'll have the next keyword to grab $1,000 from the Buzzard bookie.
It's the Alan Cox Show. Everywhere on our free iHeartRadio app or whatever smart device you have.
Just tell me to play the Alan Cox Show on iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio Alter Ego 2024.
Presented by Capital One.
Saturday, January 13th.
At the Honda Center.
In Anaheim.
The biggest alt-rock experience on the planet.
Perhaps the entire solar system.
Don't miss.
Paramore.
Ain't it fun?
The 1975